NYPA, it's time to start the show, so search for the squad and listen out for the promo with the West Wild Spitter, spin his web into a chokehold. Make it unfold, 5 o'clock. Who gives a damn of what your man to say? We spittin' live wireless, leave them shot with the gamma ray. Ain't no runner-up, cause it ain't the closest to candidate. Our blocks is deep and you draw like Japanese anime. It's just us and the rest, news off the hottest press. Kyle Holt and Philly West, reppin' with the legends, classic interview session, politics, sports segment, live phone, call up a question, it's the NYPA 95 connection, real people, ain't no scripted cue call for direction, just team on their grind time till it's all perfection, throw it past the satellite so you can catch reception, so touch ground with us, we kill challenges, and murder it for every number on your calendars, from west to the boogie down the Greyhound in this, we Google Spot, Anchor Podcast, pocket this.
Welcome everyone to another episode of NYPA Entertainment Radio. It's your boy KG, broadcasting from the NYPA studios. Thank you very much for joining me today. Whenever you're watching this, as I do live to record on this new platform of Riverside.fm and on YouTube, Spotify, then expanding everywhere else. Again, being back on camera is something different. I forgot for a minute to turn on the camera. I was about to start talking. I'm like, oh, you got the camera. So that's on me. Again, it's a nice little fun journey we can go on together. But don't forget, since I am on camera and I am on YouTube, press the subscribe button so you get notifications of the next upcoming episode of NYPA Entertainment Radio on Spotify and I think Amazon, iHeart. I'm going there also. So you do video or the audio version of NYPA Entertainment Radio in the final season. And don't forget, in 2026, I transition over to the new podcast, Who is Kyle Graham, coming soon in 2026 as I round out the final season of NYPA Entertainment Radio. So there's a lot to get into, and let's get started. There's something, I might be a little late to the game because I've been out of whack not doing the show. I came across this joint about Neo having 4 girlfriends. And y'all might already know that. I'm late to it because if I already knew, I would have spoke about it on the show. It says, who are Neo's 4 girlfriends? All about Christina, Ariel, Monet, and Brianna and their polyamorous relationship. This is real. Y'all probably know this, but if y'all don't, this is real. Neo may sing about Miss Independent, but in his love life, he's tied to 4 at once. The closest singer revealed his 4 girlfriends: Christina, who we call Pretty Baby, Ariel Hill is Twin Flame, Monet is Phoenix Feather, and Brianna Williams is Sexy Little Something. What is it, the Power Rangers? He introduced them on Instagram last month, sharing their names and nicknames a month after confirming he was in a polyamorous relationship. Since the world is so intrigued, I guess I should introduce my loves properly, he captioned and posted. Ladies and gents, I present my pyramid. Neo opened up about his relationship during a March 2025 appearance on Real 92.3 Radio, in which he shared that he approached the idea of being transparent with his partners about seeing other women and after being dishonest with his now ex-wife Crystal Renee regarding polyamory. Okay, after telling the I'm sorry, it's making me laugh as I read this because I got thoughts in my head. After telling the women about each other, he said he took them out to dinner and by the grace of God, everybody got along. Quote, I let it be known, listen, I like you, but I also like her. So here's what I want to do. I want to bring this whole thing together. If you with it, cool. If not, that's cool. No, that's cool too. No love lost, he explained. The previous month, Neil confirmed that he was in a relationship with four women on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, explaining that he has been honest with his seven children about his unique situation. Again, I'm not lying to nobody, not even my children. He said, it's like, hey, this is daddy's girlfriend, and so is that, and so is that, and so is that. This can't be real. This can't be real. This is really happening. I'm gonna continue. So who are Neo's girlfriends? Here's everything you need to know about Christina, Ariel, Monet, and Brianna, and their relationship with the singer. Not bad looking either. Uh, Neo and Christina have been together since at least May 2023 when the OnlyFans model first posted with the singer from vacation on Dubai. Excuse me, in Dubai. Per Instagram, per her Instagram bio, Christina posts content on OnlyFans and also worked at Glowing Touch, a beauty bar in Atlanta that provides waxing, earlash, and teeth whitening services. Christina often refers to herself as Neo's pretty baby and posts moments from their relationship alongside the other women. In addition to getting matching forever as five and the word EVA, forever tattoos together in early 25. Christina Christina also shared on her Instagram stories that she got a little full forearm tattoo of Neil's eyes in March of 2025. In November 2023, Christina and Neil expanded their family, but not with the birth of a child. The group adopted a dog together, a boxer they named uh, Kashmir Midnight, who even has his own Instagram. Ariel Hill. Ooh, Lord. Hmm. Getting hot in here looking at these pictures. The second woman Neil introduced was Ariel Hill, who he calls his twin flame. In her professional life, Ariel is a photographer, with Neil even tagging her photography account in his post introducing her. She has taken photos of everything from wildlife in Bali, Indonesia, to Chris Brown's daughter's royalty Brown's sixth birthday party. Like Christina, Ariel first started posting with Neo in May 2023, sharing a photo of the two of them in Japan on her Instagram. Meanwhile, the first time she posted Neo on her photography account was a month earlier, simply capturing the photo art at Neo. The two have been traveled extensively together from Brazil to Thailand during their appearance on the Real 92.3. Neo shared that while the women don't all live together, they do live nearby, and they join him on tour for 7 days at a time. To celebrate the singer's 45th birthday in October 2024, Ariel penned a tribute to him on Instagram, calling him the yin to my yang. Quote, I love you so much. Just another year of greatness, she wrote. The world has no idea how absolutely amazing you are, but I'm happy they might try to steal you away. So, nope, they can't have you unless you're the other two. Now, I'll have to add that other part in there because we have two more women to go through. Two more. This one is Monet. She ain't that cute, Monet. The first two, Ariel and Ariel. What's this one? And Ariel. What's the other joint name? Christina. Yeah, they cute. And Monet. She'd run the litter, from what I see. The third woman Neo introduced was Monet, who refers to herself as Phoenix Feather. I hope y'all didn't see that spit on the keyboard when I said that. The OnlyFans model launched her cosmetics career in February 2025 with Neil's support as he gave her company Faces by Secret a tag in his introduction. Monet seemingly first entered the relationship in July 2024. Per her Instagram bio, she has since spoken about the public nature of her situation with Neo and the other three women, addressing the criticism the group has received. Yes, we're in the public eye, and we know people are going to voice their opinion. That's what expected, but y'all needed to understand over there, it's a solid foundation. She captioned a photo of her with Neo, Christina, and Ariel on a boat. She continued, "We understand each other. We stand on 10 when it comes to each other. A lot of people will never understand that. That's cool. Just know it's us versus nobody." And last but not least is Brianna Williams. Yeah, she fine. Brianna fine. Yeah, the runt of the litter is definitely Monet. She's the Phoenix Feather. Yeah, she's get rid of her. Keep the other three. Anyway, I digress. Brown appears to be the most recent woman added to the polyamorous relationship. The dancer first began posting romantically with Neo in December 2024 after working as a dancer on his tour that year. Brianna is a mother of a little girl who turned 5 in November 2024. Just 2 weeks after Brianna celebrated her 31st birthday, the mom often posts about being a millennial mom and the difficulties of missing her daughter while she traveled on tour throughout 2024. No one told you to be traveling with that man. In addition to dancing professionally, Brianna also leads master classes in choreography with a specialization in contemporary and heels per her brand move with Bree's Instagram bio. Brianna first similarly debuted her relationship on New Year's Eve in 2024, posting with Neo and matching with his three other partners in blue dresses. 2 weeks later, she shared a video montage of her and the singer working out together before sharing some behind the scenes moments of their times in Jakarta, Indonesia. Now, like you, I have plenty of questions. Okay, I came across this. It was on my timeline. He was doing an interview. Neo was doing an interview. I can't think of the show. And if somebody's for a girlfriend, I didn't believe that was a joke. And of course, I had questions, and a lot of them some have been answered right now. This is what they want, he said. They can't date nobody else. He can if he chooses to, but he's cool with all four. They vacation when they go on vacation. They vacation individually, so everyone has their time for vacation. Everyone had individual time together. Then they go out to dinner together. They got their own individual jobs. Some of them pay for dinner themselves. This is what they're saying. Is what he was saying. They all agreed to this. They're happy. My thing is, okay, you're doing this. You have 4 different females, right? Four. It's all shits and giggles, fun and things. Now you know it, and I know out there when in the beginning, if you messing with someone, you know, benefits and friends with benefits and so forth, we all know things start developing. It's all fun and games until my man John Malkovich said in Knockaround Guys, until some feelings gets involved, and then now you got a problem. So what happens if he falls in love more for one than the other? Or was he fall in love with all 4? Or he gets all 4 pregnant? Like it's a lot of questions. For him, it's like he ain't worried about the future. He's here and now is where he's happy. And I get that. God bless him. Hey, I'm not a doctor, so I ain't gonna diagnose anyone saying like, oh, they got issues. That's not me. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. They choose this. They're not forced to do it. They want to do it. They agree to do it. Then so be it. Kudos to him. Handling one joint is okay, but 4, because you know the personalities are crazy. He may paint it like it's a pretty picture, but I'm sure at times it could be crazy. Yeah, you know. But hey, Hugh Hefner had 4 girlfriends. No, he had 2. 4 or 2. He had a lot himself. If they all shake hands and agree with it, and there's no jealousy there, and they know each other's times, and they respect each other's times and privacy, and like, oh, I'm going I'm going with him, next month to the Bahamas that week, and then 2 weeks later, so and so is going to whatever. And this one, if they all agree to it, why not? They happy, they happy. Who are we to shit on that? I find this astonishing and confusing too, because it's like, really, but like, because I'm more thinking about the feelings part. You know what I mean? This like, but what if you get caught up more than one than the other, or you just flat out in love with all four of them? As time goes on, what's the end game in this? How much longer you want to go? How long can you go with this? On their end, also, like, you gonna get married? Is it shits and giggles? It's like, hey man, I got 4 and 5 women. Well, technically three. One is the running the litter, but anyway, and I'm having a blast. They're doing everything I need. I don't need anything. I got whatever. Then they explain to his 7 kids, whether they understand it or not, who knows. Then you got Brianna Williams. She has a daughter. How you explain that to her? And I guess you can stand on your 10 toes and be like, we don't care what nobody says, and that's fine. Is it weird? No, because I'm sure other cultures and everyone has it out there. I mean, whether you're civilian or celebrity alike. Um, Again, my aspect is feelings of like, somebody gonna get hurt at the end of this. It might not be him. It might be one of them, because feelings, the longer you be with someone, you get to know them, as much as whatever. Like I said, even if you messing with someone and it's just right now, it's just call up friends with benefits, feelings do get involved. And feelings do get caught up. You can't deny it. And you might not say it verbally, outwardly, but you're gonna get caught up, and there's gonna be some jealousy there also. You can't tell me there's no jealousy. It has to be. It has to be. But kudos to him, man. To each his own on the microphone. He got four Jones agreeing to be in a relationship with him, with others involved. You know, I tip my proverbial hat. And there you go, Neo. Do your thing. You're a bad boy, Neo. You're a bad boy. Moving on. I got a double bubble here. No, I'll get that in a minute. Let me start with Denzel Washington first. I had a Kanye double bubble, and I'll get to that after I talk about my man Denzel, or as he pronounces Denzel. Technically, it's Denzel. He actually said his name is actually pronounced Denzel. Whole another story for another time, but I heard him in an interview say it. Um, okay, Denzel Washington has a poignant response to $900 Othello tickets. He's on Broadway doing Othello with Jake Gyllenhaal. The 70-year-old actor made no apologies for the astronomical ticket prices for Othello on Broadway in an interview recently on Entertainment Tonight at the Entertainment Community Fund Gala this past Monday. When a reporter mentioned that some seats for the show cost upwards to $900, Washer responded, but as low as $50, people don't talk about that. The actor was likely referring to the $49 student rush tickets. Scrolling through. Quote, it gotta make you feel like you're Beyonce or Jay-Z with tickets being on demand like that, the reporter said to Oscar winner. After laughing at her question, Washington said, haven't quite felt like that. I can't sing or rap. Washington is starring as the title character in the Shakespearean tragedy alongside Jake Gyllenhaal, who plays Lego. The show sold over 2.8 million in tickets during the first full week of previews at the Barrymore Theater last month, becoming the highest-grossing Broadway play at the time. The record has since been surpassed by the similarly pricey Good Night and Good Luck, starring George Clooney, who grossed 3.9 million last week. Cool, I've been blessed beyond measure for a long time, Washington said, as he elaborated on the production success. I'm not bragging, but I've been a part of sold-out shows before. God has blessed me with a great ability, and I'm humbled by the reaction and the response that we're getting, and I'm humbled by the opportunity to share with celebrity or to use my celebrity to help others. He continued. That's what it's all about. The Gladiator 2 star went on. I'm in the service business. You learn the first part of your life, you earn the second part of your life, and you return the third part of your life. Damn, that's deep. I'm gonna repeat that. You learn the first part of your life, you earn the second part of your life, and you return in the third part of your life. Damn, Denzel. I'm in the return phase of life, so I'm returning. I'm giving back to others. He ain't giving back that $1 million, though. I'm telling you that. He give back maybe his gratitude, but I don't think he's giving back part of 2.8 million. Eventually, we're all going to return to the spoil. Well, I should add it, but that's what's important to me. Giving is giving, not the hype about what I'm doing. That's for other people to talk about. The Othello ticket prices were ripped in the March 8th column by Post Theater critic John Alinsky, who later said the people behind the show withdrew his invitation to review in his response. Alinsky ultimately attended Othello by purchasing a $290 limited view ticket paid for by the Post on the night of on the far right of orchestra. He called the show dull, and his two-star notice, though he did compliment Washington's formidable performance. Othello director Kenny Leon defended the ticket prices last month, comparing seeing the show to watching a Los Angeles Lakers game or a Beyonce concert. I've heard a lot about a lot of celebrities show up to see this. I mean, you got Jake Gyllenhaal and Denzel Washington on Broadway, and I've heard the rumble. I read and seen on TV about the rumblings for the prices, and for the normal blue collar people like myself and you, uh, it's pricey as hell. And I think some celebrity even said it was kind of really pricey. Um, and man, this time around, everything's pricey. It's inflation, a lot of stuff. So I could imagine the frustration where you want to see your favorite stars on stage. And I can imagine the George Clooney tickets or Good Night and Good Luck and then Othello one. I wouldn't pay for it. As much as I would love to see them on stage and see a Broadway play, I could put that money towards something else. You know what I mean? I would. Times are hard and friends are few, my mom would say. And I'll put that money towards something else, or hopefully make it to a movie, or just don't see it at all. Missed out on it, not because you didn't want to. Shit's pricey, man. It's just a lot of money. I don't blame people who don't have it like that. It is frustrating because a lot of stuff you want to see, they set it so high that you're unable to be a part of it. That's messed up. People want to be a part of it. People want to see these live events, whether it's a basketball game, whether it's football or a play. They want to see these events. So it's I can see the frustration of it because I would love to see. I lived in New York for years. I never went to a Broadway play. I could never afford it. I could never afford it at all. I've been on Broadway. I see some off Broadway plays. Those are cheap and free. But I never seen an actual. It was freaking expensive, like really expensive. And at that time, I was really like just. I'm saying I'm rich now, but I was really struggling living in New York. New York is an expensive place, and expanded to the world being the country being an expensive place. But eventually, one day I'll see a Broadway play if it's reasonably. I felt it was reasonably priced, you know. So yeah, but I get it. It is, but the prices are ridiculous. Damn, for you paying up to $900 for a 2.5 hour show. Do you get to meet the stars of the play? Do you have dinner with them? Like shit, God damn, $900. My God, that's cool, yo. Just yeah, y'all go in and come back and tell me about it. Just come back, tell me what happened to Act 1 and 2 and during intermission. I'm not paying $100. That's not happening. No. All right, I have a Kanye double bubble here. I'll start with this one before I get to the more controversial one. Kanye West says he should have had babies with Paris Hilton, not Kim Kardashian. That's hard shit to say. All right, let me get my screen together, y'all. All right. Kanye West shockingly shared he should have had babies with Paris Hilton instead of his ex-wife Kim Kardashian. Rapper made the chaotic admission during a Friday Twitch live stream that ended abruptly shortly after he was banned from the platform. Clips of the since deleted live streams that were shared online showed what's apparent to talk with someone on the phone before he referenced how Kardashian was once employed by the hotel heiress. Quote, Kim was Paris Hilton's assistant. The Carnival artist 47 said, I should have had babies with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. Oof. Um, Quote, could you imagine if I had babies with Paris Hilton? How many hotels I would have right now? West, who now goes by the name Yeah Continue. Think about that. The Hilton shit. Hilton 44 is currently married to Carter Riom. They share two children together, son Phoenix and daughter London. West then invoked Arnold Schwarzenegger in his rant, referencing the actor's affair with his family housekeeper and their resulting love child, Joseph Benya. I probably pronounced the last name wrong. Quote, if you're like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have a kid with a nanny, the nanny's only power is to take your kid, West said. Um, Quote, so he continues, so Kim's only power is to take my kids. I had a baby with a fucking assistant, bro. Reps for Hilton and Kardashian did not immediately respond to this rant. Um, West shares four children with Kardashian star, who's 44, who's married for 7 years, and Noah 11, Saint 9, Chicago 7, Psalm 6. They finalized divorce in November 2022. He since moved on with wife Bianca Censori, who he wed in December 2022. West's live stream remarks come soon after Yeezy designer claimed Kardashian had taken his children from him. Quote, why is the celebrity world, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kendrick, Rihanna, ASAP Rocky included, Trump, Elon, why are you all watching and letting Kim take my kids from me in real time? He asked X earlier this week. Y'all want to say I'm acting out because of things in my childhood, but I don't get to be a dad. However, the source close to the Skims founder quickly hit back at the rapper's claim, saying he has access to see his children anytime he wants. Quote, Kanye has been in LA recently for a few months and didn't ask to see the kids aside from North until a week before he was leaving again. So it's close to Kardashian. Um, Kanye, quote, and he continued, Kanye can see the kids anytime he wants. There's no limitations, but Kim is very careful also to put them in a situation that are chaotic. Protecting her kids come first and foremost, the insider said. It's funny. I love insiders that don't reveal their name. You quick to snitch, but don't say your name. But that's another story. I I think again, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not gonna sit here and diagnose anyone because I don't know them like that. And even if I did, it's not for me. I'm not trained to do that. Um, you feel feel how you want to feel, but to openly say that where some of your kids are old enough, or all your kids probably old enough to read and maybe understand it, that's like I want to say it publicly. You want to feel how you want to feel, that's good, but don't say it publicly where your kids one day can read it or now can read it and just have questions. That's just wrong. Um, and like all things with me, when it comes to Kanye, I think some of it is a publicity stunt because you're doing it on live stream. Well, you could have probably just told a friend. Um, I don't know, man. It's you kind of scratch your head like, dude, bro, just make your music and just go off the grid a little bit, whatever. It gets too little too much with him. But I'm not done. This is where it gets a little sketchy. I came across this. Also, Kanye West says he had past incestuous relationships with cousin. Kanye West opened up about an alleged sexual experience he had with his cousin as a kid, saying that the memory from his childhood inspired his upcoming song Cousins. So, as a warning, the story discusses sexual contact with minors. This is, let me give y'all just a little contact warning. Um, Kanye sharing his side of a traumatic childhood encounter. The struggle rapper alleged that he had a sexual relationship with one of his relatives as a kid, an experience that he had inspired his forthcoming song called Cousins. This song is called Cousins, Kanye said back on April 21st. He posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, teasing the new track about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. The Grammy winner went on to say that he felt responsible for engaging in activity with his cousin who he did not identify. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, Kanye continued, and then we acted out what we saw. And the 47-year-old also shared where he allegedly found the X-rated publication saying, "My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found at the top of my mom's closet were different." Kanye added, "My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's until I was 14." This is the first uh, confession that Yeezy founder who shares the 4 kids with Kim Kardashian has made about um, his past as of late. Earlier this month, Kanye apologized to his former friend Jay-Z for a since deleted message he shared on social media that questioned the mental capacity of the Empire State of Mind rapper and his wife Beyonce's 7-year-old twin Rumi Carter and Sir Carter. Excuse me. Quote, I'm sorry, Jay-Z, Kanye wrote on April 10th. I'd be I'd be feeling bad about my tweet, but I still feel I gave my life to the industry and thought so many people were my family. But when I needed family on some real shit, none of these rap N words had my back. And it stops there. I came across the situation about the cousins thing again this week. Someone else was talking about it on another show. And I don't know if the song came out or not. I'm thinking I want to hear the song, but one of the hosts of the show was wondering, because if it's Kanye West, could this be a publicity stunt until there's proof? He was like, I want to see proof because you never know with this guy. He does a lot of outlandish things to get attention, and he's thinking like, could it be a publicity stunt? And who knows? With Kanye's all over the place. Is it some serious accusations he brought on himself? I mean, just a week or so ago, the man dressed up as the Ku Klux Klan doing the interview. He did crap doing his wife. Um, who knows? But that's some serious stuff, man. Like to admit to or whatever. And then if that's happened, so then you got to seek the proper help. Um, and I'm sure there may be more to come. I don't know if this. I never heard the song Cousins. I don't know if it came out yet, but this is like the headline I came across that caught my attention. So I ain't gonna them try to transition out of it because I don't want to go too much into it. I found that kind of very interesting. That he said that it was kind of vague, and then that's it. And then no more details about it. You might hear it in the song, who knows? Um, but it did cross my mind when I seen someone discuss on another show. One of the hosts did mention, could this? He said he felt as though this could be one of his publicity stunts to get attention and blah blah blah. Who knows? I think more details will come out as time goes on, and we'll see. We will see. All right, let's transition out of this and move on to something else. Um, I think I have. All right, another thing is Shannon Sharp. Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay. Shannon got a little bit of hot water. Shannon Sharp faces rape and sexual battery accusations. This is what we know. The NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp has been accused of rape and sexual battery in a bombshell $50 million lawsuit. In court documents filed in Nevada on April 20th, according to NBC Sports, a woman identified as Jane Doe accused Sharp of sexually assaulting her on multiple occasions, as well as making verbal threats. Sharp strongly denied those allegations, calling the lawsuit a shakedown on behalf of Jane Doe's attorney, Tony Busby. The athlete later outed Jane Doe's supposed identity in a video statement. Sharp's attorney have acknowledged he previously attempted to settle Jane Doe's claim with a payment of at least $10 million, but she turned down his offer of mediation. The lawsuit, in the $50 million lawsuit filed in Nevada last Sunday, or it was on April 20th, Sharp was accused of committing assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery against the unidentified woman. Jane Doe alleged that she met Sharp at a Los Angeles gym when she was 20 years old and he was in his mid-50s. In her lawsuit, Jane Doe recalled that her first encounter with Sharp involved the athlete offering her to buy her fake tits if she won a weight loss competition. Okay. Some of the stuff you just can't make up. I throw stuff in from time to time, but this is real. According to Jane Doe, the pair had a rocky consensual relationship over 2 years, though she alleges that Sharp inflicted intentional emotional distress. Among a litany of allegations, Jane Doe accused Sharp of sometimes recording their sexual activities without her consent and then showing the footage to others. The woman additionally accused Sharp of becoming more controlling during the final months together, including once allegedly telling her, "I will effing kill you," when he noticed she was trying to share her location with friends out of concern. Her court documents mentioned that Jane Doe tried to allegedly pull away from Sharp after the unintentionally live streamed himself having sex with another woman on Instagram September 2024. Sharp is alleged to have confronted Jane Doe after she started ignoring his calls, leading to an incident of forcible sex without her consent in October 2024. The woman reported in her court filing that Sharp allegedly raped her again in January 2025 without wearing a condom. Her 13-page complaint states a woman can say yes to consensual sexual relations with a man 99 times, but when she says no even once, that means no. Defendant Shannon Sharp, a man who is accustomed to getting what he wants, completely fails to understand the basic concepts. After many months of manipulating and controlling plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her, Sharp refused to accept the answer no, and raped plaintiff despite her sobbing and repeated screams no. Now, Shannon Sharp's response, Sharp's attorney said this past Monday that Jane Doe's lawsuit is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentation, and it would not succeed. He accused the woman of attempting a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharp for millions of dollars. Through his attorney, Sharp denied all the lawsuit's accusations, including the gross lie of rape. He stands firmly by the truth and prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. Davis said in a statement he looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts of the law. Davis released the text messages between Jane Doe and Sharp, which he says prove that this was a consensual relationship that included role playing. My screen jumped. Role playing sexual languages and fantasy scenarios. Sharp subsequently released his own video statement like this past Tuesday, in which he dismissed Jay's lawsuit and the shakedown. And he goes on to, and I seen it, and he goes on to explain about Tony Busby, who has going up against the likes of Jay-Z and other African American men in the industry and so forth. It's just getting started, and I think it's going to get real crazy. It's one of the things. He was like, "Man, how did you get here? What happened? Was this a shakedown the whole time?" And it's I don't know, man. It's again what I always say: his side, her side, and collectively everyone. Somewhere in the middle is the truth. I'm not there. You weren't there. I don't know. But it's messed up all the way around. I'm it's it's easy to point blame to the older African American male who's a celebrity than the unknown 20-year-old and say he took advantage of her. Blah blah blah. It's easy to say that. Then you flip the script. It's easy to say that he's taking being a money grabber and going after his cash. It's easy, but they both know they somewhere is the truth in there. And I know as of recently, Shannon stepped away from ESPN until preseason of football. He's still going to do Club Shay Shay, but he's going to focus on this as he should. And you know, when situations like this happens, when this happens, what's messed up about the whole thing is, although you may come out of it, and find you innocent, your reputation is already tarnished because in the public eye, especially as a celebrity, an African American person of color, you're guilty to prove innocent, and once you prove it innocent, you're still guilty because no one wants to, whatever. They're not going to let that go. There can be a clean slate, but that's always going to be part of your tagline of introducing you or talking about you as time goes on. And that's the mess up thing. People can't let it go, especially if you are found innocent or you were found to be taken advantage of, and that's the worst thing. So we'll find out as time goes on what's going to happen. I'm curious myself. Some people say the telltale sign is if they settle out of court, and they always say you settle out of court, you're guilty. Case in point, and I remember when Diddy settled out of court with Cassidy or Cassie, and as soon as he did, I was like, and it opened the floodgates of everything else. He didn't try to fight it. He just he settled out of court. Shannon should fight it if he know. You settle out of court. It's you're in my opinion. Y'all gonna get mad. I don't give a fuck. It is to me. It really shows your guilt. It's like shut up. Shut up. I don't want to talk about this. Go through the due process, like they said. Go to court, leave it in the jury's hand, the law hands, and go from there. And they show that you're fighting, and you show like she's lying. Then just like I want this over with. I just want to whatever. I don't need to get this out. I just want to fight, man. Because this person is tarnishing your name if you think you're guilty. I mean, if she thinks you're guilty, you think you're innocent. And then on the young lady side, get him. And if he did everything he allegedly did, bury that motherfucker under the jail, take his money, and get your justice. So we'll find out because it's just heating up. This is just getting started. So we'll find out soon enough. And of course, you'll get my opinion here on NYPA Entertainment Radio. Or if it lasts until next year on Who's Kyle Graham. Either way, you'll hear my mouth and see this face, and I'll definitely give you my opinion about the whole situation. Let's move on. Let's see. Oh, all right. I got something here. Rock the Bells Festival returns with a lineup including Busta Rhymes, Redman, and Too Short. Got my attention already. Mentioning the Funk Doctor. Rock the Bells Festival returning with a star-studded lineup for its class of 2025 summer's cool event, and that's cool with a K. So the K, not a C. They jazzed it up with a cool. The K for cool. No? Okay. The festival is slated to take place at Newark, New Jersey's Prudential Center on June 28th. It is set to feature performances from Busta, Redman, Eric B. and Rock Kill. God damn. Too Short, Scarface, Fabulous, Little Mo, Plies, Boozy, KRS One, MOP, Remy Ma, Capone, Noriega, Big Daddy Kane, Coast Contra, don't know who that is, and State Property, featuring Benny Siegel, Freeway, PD Crack, Chris and Neat. Damn. Woo. Yeah, that's a lineup. That is a lineup. Rock the Bells 2025 will be emceed by Roxanne Shante alongside DJ Kid Capri. There will also be an Uptown Record celebration with a lineup that includes Mr. Cheeks, CL Smooth, Father MC, Al B. Shore, Christopher Williams, Soul For Real, Jeff Red, Donnell Jones, Horace Brown, Monifa, and more. Each ticket probably costs more than Othello. Ah, damn, did you see that lineup? You hear that lineup? Rock the Bells has always been about the elevation of preservation and innovation of hip hop. Said LL Cool J, who founded Rock the Bells. Class of 25 Summers Cool with a K. I'm at the K. Yeah, I said it is cool with a K. It's more than a festival. It's a cultural homecoming. We're celebrating the artists who built the foundation and the new voices pushing it forward all in one night. This is hip hop in its full glory, past, present, and future. Partnering with LL Cool J and the Rock the Bells Festival is an extension of our shared commitment to celebrating Black culture through powerful live experiences, said Shelby Joyner, president of the Black Promoters Collective. Quote, this isn't just an event, it's a cultural movement. We're proud to help bring together generations of fans and legends to honor hip hop's impact and ensure its legacy continues to thrive on the biggest stage. Rock the Bells is being presented as part of the Prudential North to Shore Festival, New Jersey's largest summer celebration of music, comedy, culture, produced by NJPAC. Was it Impact, I guess? NJPAC, whatever. You guys know what it means in Jersey. Y'all know what it means. Pre-sale tickets for Rock the Bells will be available starting, or has started, April 23rd. General sales has started on April 25th. I'm telling you, these tickets gotta be crazy. Probably cost more than Othello, I'm telling you. But that's a sick ass lineup. God damn, all in one night, all these legends. That should be dope. That should be a good show. So check it out, man. Go Ticketmaster and find out. They already started. They probably halfway sold out already. But it should be a good show. That should be dope. That's good music right there. That's some music for your ass. Man, you have, on a nice summer night, man. Let me see. It says June 28th is a Saturday. Man, what? That's perfect. That's perfect. Saturday night, grooving. It's the summertime, man. All that ass flying around. That's just anyway. Moving on. What else I have? Snoop Dogg fights $100 million lawsuit over death row records. Snoop Dogg, what the fuck? Snoop Dogg is pushing to have a $100 million lawsuit against him and Death Row Records thrown out. The legal battle stems from claims made by Lydia Harris, the ex-wife of Death Row co-founder Michael Harrio Harris. Lydia says she helped launch the label back in 1989 by investing $1.5 million, but never saw a return once the company began to profit. She alleges that Snoop, Suge Knight, Interscope Records, Time Warner, Universal Music Group conspired to block her from receiving a $107 million judgment she won in 2005. In response, Snoop has filed a motion to dismiss the case, arguing that Harris' claims fall outside the statute of limitations. His legal team has gone further, labeling her a bad faith litigant and accusing her of years of harassment in California before shifting her legal efforts to Texas, where the lawsuit was filed. While the court has not yet ruled on Snoop's request, the other companies named in the suit have not made public statements. Harris is seeking a full financial accounting of Death Row's assets, as well as punitive damages and payment of what she believes she's owed. Snoop currently owns Death Row Records, and Suge Knight, who co-founded the label, recently criticized how Snoop is running it. And in a candid interview, Knight questioned look, I get it out, y'all. Legitimacy of Snoop's ownership. Quote, Snoop, you said I'm mad because you bought Death Row. Why you buy? Show me the paperwork. No, what you buy? Show me the paperwork. Show me what you own. Knight said, took shots at Snoop's past ventures, adding, you going backwards. You trying to create something that Suge Knight created, but instead of going big, you disappointing the world by making everything flop. Making everything flops. Um, Sounds to me somebody a little upset. A little upset. Uh, you gotta love Suge Knight, man. Even behind, because I don't think he getting out anytime soon. He's not going to change. He's still going to be him. Uh, Snoop has it. Should get over it. I mean, you can't. Here's the thing. I don't know why he expect, meaning Suge Knight expect behind prisons for a while to hold on to something that you can't control or run. Give it up. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. Focus on trying to get out, and then you want to try to get it back. Get it. Try to get it back. It's good to see that Death Row is still around as part of my childhood, my teenage years, and I'm looking forward to see the artists come from that, whether it's veteran artists or new artists. It's good to see that Death Row is still around. I'm glad Snoop has it. I think he deserves it. I don't know about the whole Lydia Harris situation. I know who Harry O is, but with Snoop, but let's see what happens. And Suge, look, man, sour grapes in my opinion. It's just like, my man, let it go. Focus on getting out, and then you get out, then make something new. You know what I mean? Like it, you locked up, and before Snoop bought it, was a dead brand. He's bringing it back to life. He's out to do it. He's able to do it. Just let him shine. We, as people of color, just African American men, we're crabs in the barrel. Instead of supporting each other, we gotta embarrass each other, point the finger. This, you should be doing that, and show me proof of this, and just like, dude, let that man, let that man run the business. You come out, do another business whenever you can get out, and then keep it moving. He's keeping the name alive, the legacy alive. Everyone know the legacy of Death Row. We know where it started from. He's bringing it back to fruition. We need these record labels like Def Jam and Death Row to come back and get some artists and keep good music coming out. And I think that's a good idea. I'm glad Snoop has it, and we'll see what happens as time goes on. What it will flourish to, what artists will spin off of that, new artists or veteran artists or what have you. We'll see. And I'm very interested in seeing what happens and how Snoop takes it to the next level. Yeah, I got time. All right, here we go. LeBron James. Wait a minute. Hey, you got multiple screens. It gets pain in the butt. Let me pop ups and shit. So LeBron James claps back after rapper Kevin Gates goes after his wife Savannah James and their marriage. Kings don't concern themselves with opinions of peasants, James wrote after the rapper's remarks. LeBron James simply clapped back after rapper Kevin Gates made crass comments about the Lakers star's marriage to Savannah James. The budding feud between Gates 39 and James 40 began when the rapper said, "I don't like the way Savannah looked at LeBron. I like the way the white women look at LeBron." Shortly after, LeBron seemingly clapped back at Gates with a post on Instagram featuring two photos of himself and Savannah, who's 38. One showed his wife of 12 years beaming at him, and the second photo is of them going in for a kiss a moment later. LeBron captioned the post, "Kings don't concern themselves with opinions of peasants. Where to next? Where to next, Queen? Where to next, Queen? Let's get it." I think that's That's what he said. I think he said that wrong. Where to next, Queen? Where next to? Or I don't know. Two of the most liked comments on the post suggested LeBron was taking aim at Gates with the caption, "He's definitely calling Gates a peasant." Laughing my ass off here for it. Wrote one user while another said, "I already knew he wasn't going to let that shit slide." Who would? Then on Tuesday, April 22nd, one day after LeBron seemingly pointed post, Gates sat courtside as the NBA star and the Lakers won Game 2 of the playoff series against Minnesota Timberwolves. Gates was spotted sitting on the floor as LeBron and the Lakers tied their first round series with Anthony Edwards' team. The rapper was wearing a white shirt with the buttons modestly open, showing off his chest, and sitting with Brittany Rayner. LeBron has spoken many times about the success of his relationship with Savannah, who he started dating in 2002 as high school sweethearts in their hometown of Akron, Ohio. Listen. If someone is coming at my wife or saying some disparaging words about us, my marriage and things like that, I'm gonna say something also. That's not cool, man. That's really not cool. He's a human being. LeBron James is, no matter who he is with status, that's still a person. That's still a human being. So I don't let him respond. He's supposed to respond. I would respond if it's not necessary, if it's not warranted. What was your end game of saying that about his wife? What was your end game? What did you expect? What reaction did you want? What is it that you were looking for you to say that comment? Like why? Why? But yet in the picture, I just saw you when you had a black joint on your arm. Like, why would you? Why make such a comment like that? It's not even, that doesn't make sense to me. It incenses me when people make just stupid comments just to get attention, and it's just like, what's your end game? What's your end game? Would you expect someone to say nothing back? Any person would say something back. You're like, damn, dude, you're taking shots at me for no reason. Unless there's something that's deeper going on there that we don't know about. But still, it's like, instead of going social media, why don't you say it to his face? Because social media is a quick cop out to just to post something from a distance, and then knowing he ain't going to approach you in public during a game, it's like you're kind of trying to taunt him a little bit, and it's like, what's your end game? Like, okay? You did this, now what? You embarrassed him. You said some salacious shit. Now what? What happens next? What happens next? What did you prove? What did you prove? You know what I mean? It just doesn't. That doesn't make sense to me. So, like any other man or woman, you're going to step up and you're going to protect what's yours, your family, whatever the case may be. You're going to say something. You're going to, and I like the response. Kings in response to peasants. That's a good response. That's a peasant move. Let it, that's a peasant move. Leave that man and his family alone. He ain't do nothing to you, as far as we know. And if he didn't say something about it. Or if he did, be a real man, talk to him, pull him to the side. But that's just not necessary. Again, crabs in the barrel. Crabs in the barrel. That's what we do. We pull each other down for whatever reason because we want to. And we got to stop doing that. You know what I mean? We just have to. It's the cycle, the vicious cycle has to end with us pulling each other down. It's ridiculous. It's not necessary. And do it publicly. If you got beef with someone, talk to them privately, get it resolved as best as you can, but take it publicly makes all of us look stupid collectively. Like, damn, they can't even get along right. It just doesn't make any sense. But I digress because I'm gonna wrap things up here. Eventually, I'm going to extend the show to 2 hours, but I wanted to start out as an hour in this new format here on Riverside.fm for the final season of NYPA Entertainment Radio. Remember, you can catch me. I'll be posting the show Sundays on YouTube and Spotify, and eventually back on iHeart and Amazon. You can watch the video version or the audio, or listen to the audio version. Press the subscribe button on YouTube and anywhere else to get updates of NYPA Entertainment Radio, the final season. And then I'll be, again, transitioning on in 2026 to Who is Kyle Graham. So appreciate you. Now, normally, like last week, I do the outro, but I can't do the outro because come to find out I got flagged at YouTube because I had the sample of the show was over from Evelyn Champagne King, and I don't want to get flagged and whatever. So I'm gonna have to fade to black, do the applause, and then get another outro without any samples of them flagging me on it. But again, thank you for taking the time out for letting me do my best to entertain you this week on the final episodes of NYPA Entertainment Radio. Like I always said, by doing this show, stay focused. Believe whatever higher power you believe in, and just take it day by day, and you'll get through it. Just the best way. Just stay in it, hang in there, just hang in there, and try to keep positive people around you. And that's it, folks. Lord willing, I will see you next week with another episode of NYPA Entertainment Radio. Show's over, can't play it, so I'll do the clapping, and I'll just fade to black, and you'll just see the logo. So here we go, clapping. Let's see if I can do the clapping. Here we go. Clapping. See you next week. NYPA Entertainment Radio.